Good day, folks. So, jumping back into House Flipper 2. I know with the last video I put up of the summer house with pool video, I had been working on it, and I said I was going to do the kitchen, and we would work through the process. Well, as I was doing the kitchen, I discovered, let's be real, I don't like having to record myself renovating these homes. I change my mind a lot, and it's annoying. It's annoying to me, so I can only imagine it's probably annoying to everyone else, and I just don't feel like doing that. So I kind of finished everything. So so this is the summer house in broad daylight. I left the door open. Sorry, I apologize. But this is the house. As usual, I didn't do a lot of landscaping, but we'll take a tour of that later. Originally, I was going to do all the landscaping and the backyard and all that kind of stuff on camera. And then I just accidentally kind of started working on it, and I just kept going. I just kept going, and that was it. So let's just go in the front door as if you were looking to buy this place. I do have a bit of a something to say later on about that. But anyways, let's just go ahead and do this. And in walk to the entranceway. Beautiful open concept living room, dining room, and kitchen. Off to the left. I'm very proud of this, by the way. Off to the left here is a closet. I don't do a lot of closets, and when I do, they never really turn out. Or maybe I just don't think they turned out. I am extremely happy with this closet. I put I built in some wardrobes, both for hanging things and for like cupboard storage. I wish we could flip the doors so that they could be in different directions, but it is what it is. I still like it. It almost gives like an old house kind of vibe. Some old houses, they had those kind of things built in. I was trying to figure out a bench to put in here. I ended up just building a bench, and then those little cupboards up here at the top that have doors, you can also change them so they have little baskets. So I did this thing where it's like, looks like one of those I don't know, benches or whatever that have like basket things on the bottom, little places to put your baskets. I think you can get them at IKEA and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of just built it in that way. I in hindsight, kind of probably should just put 3 and built up the sides and all that kind of stuff, but it is what it is. I still think it looks good. Maybe a little weak over here, but we'll just pretend that it's attached to the wall, and that's where the strength is, because it has a leg over here. And then I put some hooks up just to help hang up some random stuff and some shelves and a light, and I don't know, I'm very impressed with myself for doing that. Very happy. I just put a little bit of an entrance here with the door, with the mirror and the mirror and some like things. I don't know. I don't know. But I built in another little. I'm sorry, I'm talking so loud. I have my AC and my fan on in the background, so I always think that I have to compensate for that. I tend to forget I do actually have recording equipment that actually kind of cuts that out. So you shouldn't really hear it, so I don't really need to yell. I don't know. I'm also a little bit excited about doing this because I'm done, and I have something to announce after that. But anyways, I built in another little thing here. I was trying to find like a little couch or a little bench or something, and for some reason this game just does this version of the game just doesn't have that kind of stuff. So it was very disappointing. We'll go over here to the kitchen first. So the kitchen caused me a little bit of a headache. I don't know, I think in the last video I had my door here, and I had built out the door so that it came in here, and then you had this big open space. And the reason why I moved the door is because I had this big open space, and I tried putting a table in, but none of the tables were really big enough. So yes, I still have a big open space here, but my thought is, if you have a big family and they come over for Christmas, you have those folding tables that you put out and you stretch it across here, and with folding chairs and all that kind of stuff, and you would use that space for that kind of thing. But I struggled. I did a lot of weird configurations. I probably do have the footage for it, but I'm not going to edit it, and trust me, you don't want to see it. It was very frustrating. I started off when I first started with the kitchen. I was doing it as a big U-shaped kitchen, and then I was going to try to have the island here with the chairs over here, and then there was going to be, I don't know. I ended up scrapping pretty much everything and just redoing it. You probably also saw that originally I had like a fireplace going on over here, and that didn't work. And And then I didn't have anything up here, and I didn't know what to do, so I just added these windows because we definitely need some light. All the lights right now are turned off, so it's very bright in here right now, which I really, really like. That's something I really like in real life. Lots of windows here as well. I did even put a few plugins, double stove, and a exhaust fan, and some upper cabinets. I'm not a fan of the upper cabinets, I admit. Let me just check something. I do want to just check something. I don't think you can change to, yeah. So you can do plastic, but you can't do like metal or something. I'm sorry. I kind of wish that I could do. I don't know what that kind of material is. It probably is a type of plastic, like a glossy plastic, and maybe I would like that more. Let's just try glossy plastic, and then color, and then white. Does it make any difference? It makes absolutely no difference. Like, absolutely, it looks the same. Why does it still look the same? Oh, because I did the base. That's stupid. Let's try this again. There we go. Maybe that's what the problem is. Hold on. Let me just copy. Oh, that's what the problem is. I just didn't like the painted wood. I did not like the painted wood. Yeah, I had envisioned that kind of a more of a glossy, almost like a metal but not metal kind of upper cabinets, whereas the bottom was like wood. That was my vision. I think that works a little bit better. I don't like I didn't care for the look of the wood grain in the upper cabinets. I just found it made it look very worn out and cheap. But anyways, that wasn't my intent to do that in this video. It was just an offsite. You'll see I have a computer here. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Anyways, yeah, so double stove, which I would love to have, even though I never cook for anyone else. Microwave. This is where problems started. So originally I had it so it was just like an L-shaped, and then this big island here, and I was trying to figure out what to do over here. All of a sudden it dawned on me, there's no fridge. Can't really have a kitchen without a fridge. So I had to, like, I originally had this over here where it was like this thing here, this whole set was just over here. And it was like the coffee bar and all that kind of stuff was in here, and I was gonna try and put the fridge over here. It didn't work. I didn't like it. So I put the fridge over here because, let's face it, when you're cooking and all that kind of stuff, you need to have the fridge, pretty close by, and having it way over here I thought was just too far. Yes, I try to use some logic when I do my builds and my renovations, so that was my logic. Probably would have been even better over here, but I just really like this corner. I didn't want to move my windows. I like the light, and the windows up above over there just kind of worked. I can't put the windows up any higher over here because of the eave of or whatever it's called, the overhang of the roof, and yeah, it works. It works. And if you're wondering where I got this huge island from, it's literally just two sets of a small island. I just took all the cupboards on the front here, like the cabinets, sorry, and I doubled it up, and I made it wider. That's all I did. This one here at the end is a little bit twisted, just to give kind of I don't know. I like the shape of it. I like the fact that it's not just one big rectangular kind of like open space. It's got a little bit more movement, a little bit shape, a little bit of maybe not bumping your hip into the corners kind of thing, but probably would still bump your hip into that one. Yeah, so that's what I did. I just put a few chairs, a little cramped for 4 chairs, but I feel 4 chairs is a really good number for a large house. It's 4 chairs for guests and people who live there, that kind of thing. And then I made the coffee bar over here with some storage. By the way, the default for these storage containers is purple, like frosted glass. It's really weird. I didn't realize that because it was nighttime when I was putting it together, like in the game, nighttime in the game, it was. I didn't notice it until like daylight, and all of a sudden I went, ew. We have lots of. Oh, you can actually see it in the back, the purple container back there. Yeah, whatever. It can stay there. Anyways, but I did put a couple some dishes up here, and just imagine that maybe over here is probably where the actual dishes are and all that kind of stuff, or maybe up over here. I don't know. But you know, I put a few containers here and there, and you know, and made it look like I'm making coffee, and you know, making some toast. A nice little area for for a bread bin and a toaster, and putting some toast together, and maybe I'm cooking up some eggs and all that kind of stuff over here. You know, like people can have their own little stations. You know, dad comes in, is making coffee, and you know, child is making himself some toast and peanut butter before he goes to work, and mom was over here frying up some eggs and hash browns or something for dad before he goes to work, and or even just for the family in general. But let's face it, kids rarely ever eat breakfast. I know, I used to be a kid. My son used to be a kid. I know. And then in here, I made this into a closet. I can't remember what I was going to do. I knew it was closet when I first built this in. I don't know if I did that on camera in the last video. But I just made it into a pantry with, you know, a broom and all that kind of stuff. I will say it's a little hard to get into the corner, so I just kind of threw things in. But yeah, I even have a fire extinguisher in there. I don't know if that's like considered normal to have a fire extinguisher in a closet, but you know, it is what it is. I just thought it was smart to have one in a kitchen. And then I put a painting. I did have some problems with the pictures, so I would take what you see with pictures with a grain of salt. They just, some of them just didn't work. And then I put a table with a runner and a flower and just 4 chairs, and I don't know, I thought that worked really well. Originally I had planned on having a single depth island here with you know, 4, what are these things called, stools, and then having a table over here. But I didn't like the table over here. I couldn't find a table I liked. I didn't want to put a big table, but I just couldn't find something. So that's kind of how this came to be the way it is. I will admit I did look on Pinterest as per usual, and this was kind of an idea that a lot of them have. Now, a lot of them didn't have this big open space here, but you know, I think this part they would have probably chopped up somehow, maybe, but it works. I don't care. Over here's the living room with, of course, the big, huge fireplace. Now, the fireplace was a little bit of a struggle. I had it. If you saw in the previous video, I had built it in. And it looked really nice. Trust me, it looked really nice. If you don't believe me, you can go watch that video. But I had like white marble and all that kind of stuff, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not really a marble person. I don't even really like granite. I like stone. I'm not really into like the fancy kind of stones. Just like, you know, basic gray and brown stone, that, you know, earthy, something like, I don't know. It just, that's what I'm into. Anyways, so I started off with putting the stone right up the chimney, and I really like it. I still like it. But then I had some issues with the fireplace. Now, the walls in the back are a modded, or like, not modded, what's it called? What would it be called? It's an actual custom color. So EBE 2D6, that's what I used on the walls. It's not white, but it's not yellow. So it's a like a very off-white when it's on the walls. I really like it, actually. I'm glad that we can now save custom colors, because not only does it make it easier for me to explain to you, hey, this doesn't need to be there. Hey, you know, this is the color I used, but also if I like it in one build, I can do it again, and I'm probably going to use this again. As much as I hate contractor white, I really like this. If you're wondering, this is the color that I used in the rest of the kitchen over there. I was using the other the slightly like bluer tint. I found a little too blue. It's more like a robin's egg baby blue. Not to say I don't like the color itself. It's just I just thought it was a little too blue. I want something a little bit more gray. That was my, as you can see, I went for the very cool toned kind of look. Even though I have some off-white and beigey kind of colors, for the most part everything's kind of a little bit off-white, a little bit cool, a little bit gray, you know, that kind of stuff. And not my style in real life, but I do enjoy it in here. I do like the blue cabinets too. That definitely is my style. But anyways, as I was saying, I tried to use white, because you can't use custom colors on the fireplace itself. And I couldn't, the white was just too white. It stood out like a sore thumb against the slightly off white, and I didn't like it. So I did this, I think it's is it a gray? What the heck? No, that's not what I want. what color is it? It's faded gray too. I kind of like the color for one thing. It's a nice dark gray, and did that all through the everything. I think we have faded rough plaster, old stone. Yeah, that's the stuff in the back. I used copper, which I don't use very often. I usually use sandblasted. What is it? Sandblasted something. And again, I use faded too throughout. I really like it. I think it looks very nice. Is it a little bit heavy? Sure, it's a little bit of a heavy looking fireplace, but it's such a big room. I'm stuck. It's such a big room, and I think it really, you have the heaviness of the fridge and all that kind of stuff down here, and I think it kind of balances out pretty good. You know, yeah, I'm trying to sound like a designer. I'm not. But I do think it works, and I think all the furniture, again, not my favorite. I'm not a fan of House Flipper 2 furniture, but this worked. Now, normally I would have the sofas on either side. I didn't like the layout of the sofas on either side. I liked it better having two armchairs over there and the two sofas just like perpendicular. Would it be perpendicular? Whatever, to each other. I kind of like it. I like it. It still gives you that square. You know, you can, from any angle you can see the TV, or you can have a conversation with someone beside you. You could lay down. You could, you know, maybe the people over here are just, you know, conversing, and someone else is over here having a separate conversation with someone else. I don't know, but at least it gives lots of sitting area, lots of places to sit, you know, and just relax. And that's what I like. I like lots of places to sit and relax. I myself have an extremely small living room. It barely holds the few little bits of furniture I have in it, which I actually like, but I definitely need a bigger couch, because when my son comes over, we cannot both fit on a sofa, a love seat. It just does not work. But yeah, so that's the, you know, kitchen, dining room, and living room space. Now let's go into the bedrooms. Now I didn't really do much in, oh, you know what? So other than adding some furniture in the hallway, I did move the door of the bathroom. So if you remember before, the bathroom door was here. But because I put the dining room here, I just didn't like the idea of having a bathroom like right there. That just kind of grossed me out a little bit, so I moved the door over here. And I think it works very well. I actually like the way I walk in here now. I moved the toilet. I switched the toilet and the vanity here, the sink. That way when you walk in, you walk straight in here, and you don't have that toilet sticking out like I had before. And I didn't notice it when I first put it together, but you know, when I moved the door, boy did I realize it. So, you know, it gives a nice flow of traffic. Again, I know this is just a game, whatever. And it leads you back in here, and I have the mop and pail in there, and the first aid kit, because even in your own house, you should have a first aid kit. Do I? No, but you probably should, especially if you have kids. Boy, if you have kids. Let me tell you, my son, 19, 20 years old, went through boxes after box after box of bandages. I have never known someone to go through so many bandages. I don't know what he did, but man, did he go through a lot of them. Anyways, yeah, little laundry room in here. There's no room for a, really, I mean, I could move this plant stand, which, oh, you know what? I never even put a plant in the plant stand. Yeah, that's just not right. That's silly. That's so silly. There we go. Now we have a plant. Well, it turns a fake plant. I had planned on putting some more decorations there, but, you know, I might do that in the future, because I will probably have, you know, the ability to do so in the future. Yeah, so this is just a little two-piece bath with laundry room. I quite like it. It would be nice though if we had pocket doors. That is one thing I really wish that they would bring into the game, as pocket doors, so I can close off spaces like the laundry area there. But because you can't use those sliding doors, the barn doors, they just don't work. Anyways, here is the master bedroom, or what I would consider the master bedroom. It's got a big, you know, patio doors there. It's quite large. It's got an ensuite. I really didn't do much in here. I added some decorations, that kind of stuff. If you didn't see, you know what? This might not have been on. I think I was recording it, and I've deleted the recording. So you'll notice that it's not black and yellow anymore. When I was, oh shoot, there's a little bit of yellow there. Shoot. Hold on. Oh, I missed a spot. How rude. I always miss something. Whenever I am editing or I'm doing a walkthrough, I always notice something wrong. Anyways, you'll notice it's not yellow and black anymore, and that's because when I was editing the last video, I realized I hated the yellow. I don't know if anybody else hated the yellow as much as I do, but I hated the yellow. The yellow just didn't do it for me. In concept, sure, but in reality, no, no, no. So not only did I change out the yellow and use this like beigey thing, and unfortunately I can't use custom colors on tile, which is really sucks. But you know, so I just stuck. I don't know what I did for color. Hold on, drab orange 6, in case you're wondering, and that's also what I would use on. Yeah, drab orange 6. So, yeah, that's what I use on the walls. I quite like it. It's a nice off-white. It's not as light as the one maybe in the living room, and has a little bit more of a beigey tone as opposed to the other one has a little bit more of a creamy tone. But I still like it actually. It's probably one of the best colors in the you know, the manufactured, the prefab, the game colors. And then I just changed the wood in here instead of it being black. I think it's like what is it? It is, oh, it's oak. No, it's not. What? It is stained pine. So I just, yeah, so I switched it to stained pine and made everything stained pine, and I think black, you know, iron and all that kind of stuff. But I think it looks very nice. I think it looks really, really nicely done. I didn't really do any decorating in here beyond putting a picture. I might have even done that last time in a plant. But outside, I made a hot tub area. Not really the kind of hot tub I would put outside, but they don't have regular hot tubs, so let's just deal with it. Yes, I probably should have put it over here, maybe under the bathroom, because you know that way we connect the water here with the water in the bathroom, and you know I might change that in the future. But for now, I'm fine with the way it is. Put a little seating area and all that kind of stuff. Just a little something to, you know, mom and dad can come out and sit down and relax and, you know, have a little bit of privacy. All we have is these privacy, like little fences, and you know, not my favorite, but you know, they work. And yeah, that's what I did in the master bedroom. Now let's go to now the what I would say the boys' room, which I guess you could say is my son's room. Oh, did you guys ever see that picture? That is from the Halloween. Yeah, it's a great movie, by the way. If you're into horrors, first Halloween, great. Second, not too bad. After that, meh. Anyways, I don't think I've seen the very last one now that I think of it. Anyways, this is the boys' room. I suspect my son would have been very happy to have this room. This room is huge, and his own bathroom at that. Yeah, he would have loved it. He would have absolutely loved it. I mean, I had a big house for the most part when he was growing up, but his room was never this big. No, he had definitely one of the smaller rooms. This is a huge room. These rooms, if without the bathroom, I probably could have made them into like 2 rooms, put a hallway and made them into 2 rooms. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad it is what it is. I think I had been talking about changing that window out because I don't like the way it opened, but you can see I did not. Yeah, so, you know, floor to ceiling windows, lots of light, you know, easy just to block it off with some curtains. I would probably have blinds, or, you know, that you can't, this is one thing I noticed that you can't do yet. I wish that instead of Muntin bars, sorry. I wish they could change the glass. I wish it could be frosted, you know, because I have, all my windows are pretty much covered with that, like, that cling filmy type stuff that goes over and gives you some privacy. Yeah, that's what I have. Why? Because people peek in your windows. I know this because when I go for walks with my dogs, if I would, or, you know, do so at night, I can see into people's, you know, houses, and it's creepy, and I don't like it, but I can't help it because, damn, some people have some really nice houses, and they decorate really cool. But anyways, yes, this is yes, I know, that's a creepy thing. I get it. It just, anyways, yes, this is the boys' room. He's got his Xbox a little tucked in the corner here, and, you know, yeah, I kind of miss the fact that you could cycle through the channels on in the old game, but at least things work. Did I show you, by the way? Did I show you, people? Did I show you? You can turn on the faucets. Hello. You can turn on the faucets. I was totally impressed with that. I don't think you can do that with here, though. Can you? No, you can't do that. Oh, that just sucks. But at least with the sinks, you can turn on the faucet. Can I do that in the kitchen? I think I can. Sorry, I'm zipping around. Turn on. Yes. Love it. Don't really like the faucets, but this didn't have a lot of option. It was either this faucet with 2 sink or another faucet with another different sink. A different faucet with a different sink. I don't know. It was weird. But anyways, that is the interior of the home. I have a couple of fans and lots of lighting. When I'm gonna switch over to nighttime so you can see what it looks like at night. But it's very bright. I love it. I love a nice bright house. I love. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. I thought that was a darn. Okay, well we'll just put this here for now. Not the best place to put it, but anyways, I thought that was just a window, but it's a doorway. This is the outside. So I created a little sitting area for dining, and of course barbecuing, because you have to have a barbecue. If you have even if you have an apartment, if you have a balcony, you need to have some little barbecue. I don't barbecue myself because I can't be bothered, and because I think my barbecue has been taken over by wasps for another season. So yeah, I kind of gave up on having a barbecue. But anyways, nice sitting area for barbecuing and eating, and little area to sit and just you know, kick back and relax and you know, I don't know, whatever, talk and socialize. The sauna has not changed since the very first episode I did. It is literally identical. I did think about changing the color of it, but meh. It's just a sauna. I don't care. You go in, you sweat, you come out, you rinse, you're good. Now this is the pool. I didn't do much. I did, as you see, put a fence around because legally, now I don't know if you would do this, you have to do this in the country, but I know in the city, you definitely have to have a fence of some sort around the, around a pool. And I know the concept is for the safety of children or anybody who gets into your yard and they could, you know, fall in and drown because they're drunk or some other crazy shit. However, my concept is, I also don't like the idea of animals, you know, wandering around outside. If you have a pet door and they get outside when you're not home and they drown, no, absolutely not. So I put a gate, a fence around here. Now, ideally, I would also have gates, but for some reason, they still have not created gates for this game. Why? They have gates in the other game. Why can't we have gates here? Come on, like of all things, gates. I did put lighting in the pool. I did that I think on the first episode or maybe after. I put a ladder because if you're like me, you tend to probably climb up the ladder more than you would actually like use those big stairs over there. And I put a drain in the pool. That's literally all I've done. The rest of the yard has pretty much stayed the same. I did try doing a little bit of cutting. I just don't enjoy cutting grass in this game. Not because the lawnmower doesn't work, not because, you know, it doesn't, well, it doesn't look great still even after you cut it, but I miss my little map. I miss my little map. I really, really do. The little map that's usually in the right corner. I miss being able to see where I've cut and where I haven't cut, and that's something that I just think that they're missing. But I did put a two lilac bushes in or trees in. I put a little swing over here, maybe somewhere you can sit and just, you know, you have kids and they're playing, you get to watch them play and, you know, that kind of stuff. I mean, it is what it is. I think it's a very nice big area. You could easily do something here, but right now the limitations of this game just don't lend it too much of an option of any kind. So I kind of wish I could put this into sandbox mode as is, and then transfer it back into story mode the way that I want it to be in story mode. But you know what, I'll take what I can get. Hopefully they will add more capabilities as time goes by. They seem to be doing that, and I'm really looking forward to it. Around the front, as you saw, I did have a car because they did bring one car into the game. I put some bushes in the front just to add some foliage and some greenery, maybe a little bit of privacy so you don't have to see completely in. I didn't put any window coverings on the big windows and I don't think most people would. I can't see most people in the country putting window coverings on big windows like that. I could be wrong. I mean, I don't need to in the kitchen. I think the windows are up high enough. But actually, I really like the look of that now that I see it like that. Yeah, I don't know. I think it looks fine the way it is. A couple of random bushes over here that were, you know, from the, oh no, that's just one bush, never mind. Yeah, so that's all I've done on the inside. Now, I know what you're thinking. How much are you going to get when you sell it? That's a good question. Why don't we discover that after we switch it over to nighttime? Let us be right back. Oh, look. It's nighttime. Yay. We have lights. Lights and more lights. I really love the way everything looks like when all the lights are on. It is just a... Look, I am so fantastifized, so mesmerized. I don't know what the word is for those lights out there. Very difficult to do. You have to find there's this itty spot there to put those lights there, and you know, I did that around most of the house, so it was a lot of work. Let me just tell you, this light, and of course this light. This is like my favorite light so far. I just think that's the most wonderful light. I love that light. I can't say enough good things about that light. That's why I used it in the other bathroom too. In here, let's just turn on. What is going on? Oh, what happened here? You're not hooked up to anything. What are you hooked up to? Nothing. What is going on? Oh, that was the old. Here we go. No, I already have that. This is from the old part of the game. Boink. That's not what I want. I want this. There we go. Nice bright hallway. Lots of light. I love it. This is the other room. Lots of light. Of course, I had to put some little bedside. I didn't put a light on the desk. I probably should have, but you know, it is what it is. You know, let's close the windows. We don't need to see in everything. And then we have the bathroom, nice and bright, very nice. And then we go out here, lots and lots and lots of light switches. So we have the living room, which are just some pot lights. I'm thinking, especially looking at it now, I might add some pot lights straight across, but we're not sure yet. Down here is the entrance here. I duplicated it, so there's one here and there's one here. And then over here is the outside lights. Oh, I just love it. I absolutely love it. Oh yeah, there's another light switch over here for dining and for the actual like social areas. They didn't want if you turn on the outside lights to have those lights on. So sorry, I'm flipping around a little bit much. So, but see how it's kind of dark in the social areas. But then if you want to brighten it up, whoa, there you go. I think these little lights that hang here, those really worked out really well. I didn't. Yeah, the lights stayed on in there. I didn't hook those up to anything. Probably should have, but I didn't. Let's just before I forget, because I will forget about doing the in here. I think we've seen what it looks like. Yeah, we've seen what it looks like. It's nothing exciting. That's just the sauna. But anyways, in here, this, and then you just add in on all the little those lights, and nice, you know, focused lighting to sit there and read and all that kind of stuff. I really like that. Over here we have the dining room. Sorry, that's the dining room. And then the kitchen. Now the kitchen, see, oh no, I have, yeah, I think the lighting's okay. I thought it was a little bit dark over here, but no, I think once you turn this on, it's fine. You don't have to have every little square inch dark, light, lit. But this is the living room, or the kitchen, just with the island and the pot lights on. The pot lights are a little bit on askew, but you know, not just the way it worked. And then we have some lights here for like task lighting, and then we have more task lighting because I put some little pot lights underneath the under cabinets. I was just so fantastic. What the heck's that over here? I can you tell I'm pleased with myself? Like, I just love the way it looks. That's my main goal in life. to have a kitchen where I have under cabinet lighting, especially task lighting. As I look over it, well, no, I have a very, very bright kitchen, but I have an LED fluorescent light in my kitchen. But and I have a small kitchen. I still would like under cabinet, or over the sink task lighting. That just, yeah, it's just wonderful. In here is the closet, and I did put where did I put the, oh yeah, over here. Some light in there. You can't really see the shelves, but I don't think you really could anyways. What about if there's not enough room now. That's not enough room right here. What about here? Nah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a little dark, but I mean, it is what it is. And here also has lighting. Also has a light in here. Yes, yes. Nice light in there. Lots and lots of light. And then outside, I did some lighting out here. Some patio, whoops, some yard, what are they called? Are they just called yard lights? I guess just yard lights. And one over the door. I didn't want to put too many lights out here. I wanted enough that it wasn't too spooky if you were coming up here, that you can see where you're walking, but still dark enough that you feel cozy and you're not don't feel like you're in the middle of a city kind of thing. So that was my thought concept. Did I evenly space everything out? Absolutely not. That just doesn't happen. But yeah, so that's the exterior. Now the thing I've been hinting at the whole game. Should I put light? I probably should put lights over here for something like a big. That's what they don't have. They don't have a big yard light. Why don't we have a big yard light? I guess I could build one, couldn't I? I could probably build one. I probably could like build one here, right, and have it just stand up straight. Ooh, what the hell was that? Ooh. Have it stand up and then put like some sort of like wall lights on the end of it at the top. I might have to do that. That might be something to do next, but that's for future. Oh, look at the pretty butterflies. The butterflies are so pretty. Doesn't this look just like a beautiful house you would want to live in? Maybe make it your office? Yes? No? I don't know. I moved my office here. If you didn't get that by now, let me spell it out to you. I moved my office here. It's not the home that I was planning to make my forever home in this game, but the one that I was planning to do, which was the cozy home or some cozy cottage or something like that, it was like a little 1-bedroom, 1.5, 2-bath that I had built a long time ago, but I sold it because at the time I wasn't able to sell my family home. So now that I can, guess what we're going to do? We are going to go to our old house. The PCs. Oh, PCs. I always think it's. Oh, I don't want to move the office though. No. Yeah, I decided to buy this particular home over any of the other ones because number one, it has a pool. I don't have a pool here, and you can't build a pool so far in storybook mode, which I find extremely. Sorry, I hit my mic, but I just find it very, very disappointing that you can't dig into the ground. I have to assume it has something to do with the fact that it would break the game. But if you can do it in sandbox mode, can't we just implement some of the sandbox actions into, like, I want to build basements. I wanna do that kind of stuff. I want to do in-ground pools in storybook mode. I don't like sandbox. I hate sandbox. I've built a few things in sandbox, but I don't like sandbox. Can I say sandbox any more times? But yeah, so I originally had planned on redoing this space, but when I found out that I should be able to now sell it, and I really hope that's true. I did test it out just to see, and it does come up with the option. There's an axe. There's a shovel over here. Oh, no, we noticed that. I don't like the house. Let's be real. It's a 2-story, which I'm not a fan of in real life or in the game. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. It's nice. But so many advances have come along in the game since I first decorated. And though I could possibly make it even nicer, I'm not sure it's worth it. But if you want to see, this is in another profile of mine, and maybe I'll flip over to it and show you. I actually knocked this wall out, and I turned it into one big open space, and I actually moved the stairs and everything. It was a bit of work, and now that I've done this, I will probably go to my other profile, and I will probably sell the family home, because in that profile I have my cottage home that I redid, and could make that my office on that profile. But that profile is outdated. I haven't done really much in it. I definitely don't have the money in it like I do here. So this is just, let me show you the upstairs. The upstairs is very boring. The colors are all very bleh. You know, we have custom colors now, like the furniture is very bleh. I know it's all the same furniture, but we have new stuff. Like, just the things that I could do now. Like, you see the way I did this summer pool house, you know, house, and then you look at this and you're like, wow, this, you can tell I was a beginner. I was a novice, an amateur at building and decorating homes, and I have come so far. I have come so far, and I just don't want to stay here anymore. I'm done. I want to spread my wings. Ooh, there's a 3-point turn. I didn't realize that. I want to spread my wings. I want to move on to bigger and better things. So you know what? That's what I'm going to do. Put up for auction. Heck yes. Danielle okay. 94. Why the hell? Yeah, we're going to go here. Abby Poe, sure. Confirm. Can you copy it to sandbox mode? I could copy it to sandbox mode. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I do not need to copy it to sandbox mode. I'm glad that they did this. I really, really am. Look. Oh, this is my home. This is my forever home. At least for, you know, another year or two until they come out with another house that I want to move my office to. But hey, that's the point. That's the point of this game, is being able to go ahead and find a home that you want to make your forever home. It's way fancier than I would ever want in real life. Possibly a little too big. But on the other hand, oh, I love this space. I look at it and I go, the possibilities are just endless what you could do with it. The things, I mean, number one, this outside space is just absolutely gorgeous. I love this back patio, veranda, I don't know. One thing I am thinking though, I really would like them to do is have vines that you can lay down flat. I would like to be able to do that on top of here. I wasn't able to, I tried. It didn't work. Maybe someone can tell me how they did it. Maybe they can only do it in sandbox mode. I don't know. But I couldn't do it in story mode. But that was one thing that I'm disappointed about. But otherwise, yeah, it's just not, it's so out of my comfort zone in real life. It's not what I would do. I mean, my whole house right now probably would fit into, like, up to the corner of this wall. Like that, my whole house fits into this probably, just this space here. That's my idea of, I love tiny homes. I absolutely love tiny, you've seen me. I've done the cozy container. Love doing cozy container. But yeah, I do love the kitchen though. It's blue. It is blue. And if you've seen my House Flipper 1, you know I have a blue kitchen there too. Don't ask me why I'm fascinated by blue, green, gray. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so that's why the laptop's here now, because I moved it. I should have probably hidden it, but I wasn't thinking about that. But I mean, why else would you have a laptop just sitting on your counter unless it's also your office? The one thing I will say is probably in the future, I will turn this bedroom into a spare bedroom and office. So I will probably move things around, maybe put the bed over here or something, and then put the I don't know. I'd probably figure out something to make this into or maybe put the bed over here actually. No, because then that's noise. No. Anyways, I think I would turn this into a spare. Whoops, did I hit F? Spare bedroom with like an office with like a bed, just because I would want that once my son grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be the ideal. So, but that's for another day. What I was talking about. I don't know if you care. If you don't want to care, you can sign off now. It's all good. But I wanted to show you what my other profile looks like. Kitty. And then I'll show you what I did with the PC home, the family home, and I'm going to sell it while I'm here. This is, where the hell am I? Oh, I already have my office in the cottage. This is my now the decorating has to be redone, but overall this is my dream home in real life. This would be my dream home. Look at tiny little home in the country. The blank wall annoys me, but whatever. You know, no TV down here. Just a nice little wood burning fire stove. Fire stove? No, fire. Well, it is kind of a wood burning stove. Actually a very large kitchen now that I look at it. It's very large. You know, a nice little sitting area here, dining area. Out here, a beautiful little area to sit. You know, nothing, no electronic distractions. Ah, I just absolutely love this space so much. Let me show you upstairs since I just kind of zipped through it. This would be the bedroom, the main and really only bedroom. You know, a nice little settee, no window seat here. I'd have a three-piece. Is it a three-piece? It is a, no, it's not. It's only a two-piece bathroom here. That's fine. That can be adjusted now that we have the ability to do so. Or would I? No, you know what? I would just keep it like that. A nice soaker tub. I agree. Actually, now that I think of it, how do I do bathroom fixtures? Isn't there a hot tub? Yeah, this one. Would it fit? I bet you it would. Hold on. There we go. That's more like it. I would want a hot tub up here. Because, you know, I mean, really, I wouldn't. I would want a shower, but because of the stupid sloped thing, a hot tub would be fine. A hot tub would be fine just to soak my days away. Because I would go down to the basement, which is down here. And look it, I have a little exercise area. I'd get all nice and sweaty, which I do quite often in real life. And I definitely have to have showers in real life. A nice sitting area with, like, you know, an actual bookcase that I actually put, you know, books on. Shocking, I know. TV area, entertainment center, washer and dryer here. And a shower that I definitely need to replace with something more modern. Why did I ever choose that? I wonder, maybe, I don't know, it just kind of worked out, doesn't it? I think now that we have the option to, I think, is this even against the wall? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. I think I would change that and put like a big shower in here. While we're here, why not? Why not? Like, who are we kidding? We're not gonna hurt anyone if we do it, right? Like, let's just shoot there, yeah. Doing all this stuff when I haven't had no plans of doing so. Too big? Still too big? Oh, maybe that's why I had it that way. Because I don't like that space there. Hold on. That could just be because that. How is that not fitting? Oh, this is in the way. Oh, that's in the way, is it? Hold on, let's just put that on the wall. Still not fitting, huh? Why does it not fit? Why does it? It looks like it should fit, but it doesn't quite fit. Why does it not quite fit? I'm very disappointed. That is probably why I have that. Is this in the way, maybe? Like, I just feel like that should fit. Oh, hold on. Ah, there we go. Good grief. That's a pain in my ass now, wasn't it? Oops. Okay, so it is a little bit big. Maybe that's why I had, you know, an alternate solution for it, but, I don't know. I don't think we need that. Why am I doing this? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because I just want to. Just bear with me here. There we go. Nope, no, that's not right. Yeah, good enough. There we go. I mean, I have to extend the. I'm just gonna do it, aren't I? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just going to do it. I don't really need the extended back there anymore, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's just be done with it. But yeah, I think that's a little bit better. That's definitely a lot better. A nice big shower. Go in and then you have a nice long hot shower after you work out, and it's a great, you know, it's a great thing. You know, honestly, that would be kind of cool. You know, you come down here, you have your shower, you have your clean laundry that you never take out of the dryer because you just never do, and you can just get changed down here and for your day, and then you go upstairs and you get changed and unchanged down here beside the washer and dryer, and upstairs, the bathroom upstairs is really just for, I don't know, you wouldn't even need to brush your teeth up there. Maybe brush your teeth at night, you know, maybe have a toothbrush downstairs and a toothbrush upstairs. Why did I see plants or something? Oh, it was sparks flying, right? Is that what it is? Yeah, I can see the fire coming out. But anyways, that is this is my dream home. So what we're gonna do is we are not going to go there. We're gonna go here. We do not want to sell the home of my cottage, but I will show you what my other home looks like. So it's not even done, but you'll see. I opened it wide. Wow, this isn't a long video. I'm sorry this is a long video, but it is. And what happened? Why did that disappear? What happened? Oh no, something broke. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, see, I'm telling you, there's something wrong with this damn. Hold on. Okay, so something just broke in the game. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, whatever. Anyways, there's a reason why this needs to be sold. It's because it's broken. But yeah, so I opened it wide open, and again I put blue cupboards in. I actually really like these cupboards. Yeah, and you know, I did what I did with what, you know, was available to me for, you know, wallpaper and tile and all that kind of stuff at the time. Up here I expanded the stairs to kind of go around here. I don't like it, but I did it. Here was one bedroom. I don't think I really did anything up here. Did I? No, another small little bedroom. I was going to make this into an office. A bathroom. And a bedroom. Oh yeah, so this is the bedroom that I like. See, I really wish we could save. Really wish we could save those kind of things, because I really like this bathroom. Oh, this wallpaper. Bathroom, yeah, it's a bathroom. This is before they had, you know, the individual little shower handle spout thing. That's so you can use like one of the fitted bathtubs, and not fitted, but you know, the ones that go wall to wall kind of thing. And then you can put a thing here, and you can have a shower here, and you put like a fake wall. I don't know, you know what I'm talking about. The kind of thing that most of us have in our actual homes. But yeah, that's, this just didn't work out quite right, and things just didn't work out very well. I look at this now, as much as I like the open concept thing, I think I would close this off, but you know what, I'm not going to do it. Oh yeah, there's the window is missing, and I definitely, oh yeah, and that is screwed up because I didn't know how to really do stairs at the time, and you know, outside is like virtually the exact same as it always was. I don't know if I painted or not. It looks like I might have done some painting and something, but I'm not really positive. I mean, I have stuff out there. I guess I probably did just because I expanded and all that kind of thing, but yeah, I really didn't do anything, did I? No, not really. Let's just sell it. 106,000 purchase price. Why is there a purchase price? Can anybody explain that to me? Why is there a purchase price? I didn't buy it. It was given to me. Sure. Elijah Wright. Sure. Confirm. No before and after, though. I don't know if that's because it's our family home. I have no idea, but, yeah, that is my other profile, and this is my dream home right here. This would be totally my dream home. I wouldn't have an office space. Actually, I probably would. I would probably turn my dining room into an office space, because that's what I do in real life. Because when you live alone, why do you need a dining area if you don't invite people over? But I even like put settings out. I even put radiators on the walls. Come on, I even put an AC up. Like, come on, that should mean something, right? I mean, it's gotta mean something that I did that, right? I don't know. I mean, the wallpaper and the colors and all that kind of stuff, they beg to be changed big time. I mean, individually I like them, but together it's a little bit busy. Probably would simplify things and all that kind of stuff, but you know, I was trying to kind of make this home look a little bit like my sister's home with the yellow and the green. Definitely the wrong color of green, and definitely she doesn't have wallpaper like that. But you know, I was trying to do something like that just to make it seem like her home. This is a nice brown. I actually like this brown. What's that brown? Hold on, hold on. What the hell is that? Drab orange one. Really? That's a nice brown. How does that brown look so nice there? Maybe it just looks better on the wall. I like that. But anyways, I'm sorry for babbling. I just thought I'd show you everything that I've done on this game. If you're new to this game, just to know that you can have more than one profile. I think I had planned on starting a third profile at some point. But I never did. I decided just to skip it. This game has so many possibilities. I do think what they offer in, you know, furniture and accessories and all that kind of stuff isn't great. But when it comes to gameplay, being able to use sandbox mode, being able to use mod.io, there's just, is it mod.io? Yeah. And you know, be able to import properties that other people have made. It's just, the possibilities are endless, and I love it. And if you're going to buy anything, I suggest doing House Flipper 2 first. Finishing it won't take you long. You can go through pretty much all the houses probably within a couple of months and be done. And then go to House Flipper 1. House Flipper 1 will take you a long time. I've been working on it for almost 2 years, a year and a half. And mind you, I had to restart, so I guess probably just over a year and a half. Yeah, it's a huge game, and they're done with the DLCs, but they are doing some updates for stuff. So that one is definitely one to look into, and you can import like accessories and furniture that people have made. I would love to be able to, they are working on doing that here for House Flipper 2 as well, and I would really like to learn how to do that. So if anybody is interested in you know, doing that, and you know, putting a video out there who knows how to do that, so I can see this. I would like to see how people do it. Sometimes I don't know. I don't know if I've looked very hard. I probably haven't looked very hard to find people that have done it. But yeah, if you're someone who does that kind of stuff, I would really, you know, if you have videos and all that kind of stuff, link in your comments, if you're able to, link your channel. I would really like to see how that's done. But for now, my dog is bouncing beside me, and I have no idea what he wants. But it's late. It's almost 10 o'clock, and I need to go to bed soon. So hopefully you enjoyed watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye bye.